City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the 2025 Steel 10s releasing Saturday, August 2nd. So as usual, we're gonna take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I'm gonna put these on and stamp around them, see how I can see they look on feet. After that, I'm gonna share my opinion on the shoe, how I feel about the toe cap and all that, and then I'm gonna talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. So he's got the toe cap on him like the OGs do. It's the first time we're seeing this on a retro. Tumble leather on the upper. It's much smoother right here on the toe cap and on this part right here. But you can see over here, the tumble continues all throughout the upper. Leather quality on these is decent. It's not bad, but it's really nothing to say too much about. Except for the black part up here, I feel like this part is really good. The tumble's like perfect. And even some like white parts, like this part right here, good tumble. Even over here too. Down here, not so much, but it's not that bad. Like I said, it's decent. And the overall shape and a lot of the cuts on these are definitely more like the OG. Here on the back, the left shoe has the Jumpman dunking towards the right, and the right shoe has the Jumpman dunking towards the left. Which is interesting because usually it's one way or another as opposed to them going opposite directions like this. Because these are a lot like the OG, I figured they would do it like the OG did and have the Jumpman going towards the left. I don't have OG Steels, but as you can see, these are OG Chicagos, and these and all the other 95 10s have both Jumpmen dunking towards the left. But then a lot of other pairs, like these, you see they're both going towards the right. And there are some retros that have this too, but originally it was an OG thing, and then when they started doing the retros, they were both dunking towards the right. But I don't think I've ever seen them where they're going opposite directions like this. Usual black and gray checker pattern in here. Size tag on the tongue. I know the last two retros had the little Jumpman patch right here, but the OGs had the size tag here, so that's why they did that. Blue insoles. Another thing that we're getting on the Steels for the first time since the OG. The last two retros had red insoles, as well as a red Jumpman on the outsole, but as you can see, these have the blue Jumpman, which if you didn't know, that's how it was on the OG. And I love the 10s outsole. Gotta be the best Jordan outsole all the time. There's some honorable mentions. There's some, I guess, debatable comparisons, but no, not really. I think the 10's got it. Box on these goes crazy. Here on the lid, they got a collage of Michael Jordan pictures all over, even on like the side of the lid a little bit. Up here, you got Jordans 1 through 9. Wings logo in the middle, Air Jordan 1985 to 2025, and you know, just more pictures of Jordan. This is actually a recreation of a box they did back in 1994. This is the box for the first Chicago 1s retro, Bread 1s retro, Black Cement 3s retro, White Cement 3s retro, Chicago 2s retro, and Chicago 2 Lows retro. I believe only those 6 pairs came in this box. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, this is a recreation of this. It's not exactly the same. Like if I put them next to each other, you know, it's the same concept, but if you look at the pictures, they are actually different pictures. The setup is the same, but like if you look at any photo on here, like for example, let's just take this picture. This picture over here on the edge is not the same exact picture over here on this edge. It might be similar, but it's not exactly the same. You know, they never do like the labels on the front the same. Like this is definitely that thicker writing, whereas like here we get the, you know, the more modern label. But yeah, it's a beautiful box to bring back. I just don't understand why they bought it back for a pair that never came in this box in the first place, because OG Steels came in this kind of box. These aren't Steels. There's another pair of Chicago. I love Chicago so much I had to get numerous pairs of the OG. But yeah, this is the box that the OG Steels and all the original 10s came in. This was for, like I said, the Bread 1s, Chicago 1s, Black Cement 3s, White Cement 3s, and Chicago 2 retros. I feel like they definitely could have did this for one of those, but whatever. Like I said, it's a cool box to bring back. Here on the inside, it's not as cool as the inside of these, where they got the you know, the card and the paper and stuff. It's got plain brown paper in here, no card or anything, and here's the box label. Air Jordan 10 Retro in white, black, and light steel gray. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now let's see what they look on feet.
You already know, if I say I'm gonna do it, then for sure it's a go. And you know I really got it, I don't do it for show. I'm always thinking about how I can get my money to grow. You already know, if I say I'm gonna do it, then for sure it's a go. And you know I really got it, I don't do it for show. I'm always thinking about how I can get my money to grow.
I don't know if it's me, but I feel like these look a little bit better in pictures, or in some pictures. I never liked the toe cap 110s to begin with, so I didn't even think I was gonna like these like that really. But I started seeing pictures of them, and they were looking pretty good, even with the toe cap. Not to the point where I was thinking like, oh, I need these, but the toe cap was definitely growing on me a little bit. I still obviously prefer the plain toe, but those pictures definitely did them justice, because they don't look bad, but they just don't look quite as like sexy as they did in the pictures. But yeah, much heavier resemblance to the OG than we've ever gotten on the Steel 10s Retro before. Besides the toe cap, they also brought back the blue on the outsole and on the insole. I never minded the red being on these, but I always wondered what made them change that on both the 2005 and the 2013 pair. Like, I know they always like to change shit up so that the next retro differs from the previous somehow, but I think them doing it back to back like that actually had people forgetting that they originally had the blue here. I mean, we could say the same thing about the toe cap too, but there was a reason for that. Michael Jordan himself said that he didn't like the toe cap on the 10s, so they removed it, which is why you only ever see it on steels and very rarely some shadows, but pretty much just steels. The steels were the first 10s ever made, followed by the shadows, and then I believe after that it was powder blues, Chicago's, and all the other city ones. So steels being the first pair had it, and they had to have already gotten started on the shadows when Jordan expressed that he didn't like the toe cap on these, because I know there's some, very few, sample shadow 10s that have toe caps on them, but all the shadows that released to the public, as well as Jordan's player exclusive pair, do not have the toe cap on. And then there was never a toe cap on powder blues, Chicago's, New York's, Orlando's, Seattle's, or Sacramento's. So it seems to me like Jordan probably wore the steels a few times and then made that call to Nike like, nah, I don't like this shit on the front. Take it off going forward. So it didn't make it past the sample for the next pair, shadows, and then nothing else after that. But leave me a comment and let me know how you feel about the toe cap. I feel like 10s be getting slept on OD, so is this what y'all wanted? Let me know what your preference is, toe caps or no toe caps. You probably heard that this is going to be a limited release. I heard rumors of 18,000 pairs total. I even heard 10,000 pairs total. I don't know if either of them is true or how accurate either is, but I don't be too fazed by the alleged stock numbers. But in this case, there is a more limited amount of retailers, and to me that's a little bit more concerning than an alleged stock number. So I do believe they are going to be limited. I don't know if it's going to be 18,000 exactly or 10,000 exactly, but this is not going to be your average general release shoe. So despite how much 10s get slept on or how people feel about the toe cap, these are going to sell out, and they're going to sell out fast. Nonetheless, they won't be impossible, but you really got to try. Personally, I would check with your local smaller retailers because I feel like a good amount of those spots are going to get them. Now, they're not going to be impossible, but if you plan on getting these, definitely have a plan B after trying to get them for retail, because like I said, it's not going to be impossible, but I would not expect or plan to be getting these for retail because it's going to be tough. And if this was a general release, I would insist that they're going to start to shoot down in price starting like next week, but it's not. So we probably won't see too much of a dip in price. So if you aren't able to get these for retail and you still want them, definitely keep a close eye on the market. But understand it might not be worth it to wait around like you would for a GR shoe. But at the same time, you don't want to rush into buying them too quick if they're going to dip a little. So like I said, keep an eye on the market. Good amount of profit could be made reselling these, especially bigger sizes. If you do get these to resell, you're probably better off selling them right away. I think the peak price on these is probably like now. Like I was saying earlier, they're probably not going to dip in price too much, so it's not as risky to hold these as it would be for your average general release shoe, but I don't see them being worth holding either. If you're still watching this and you want these, I'm wishing you the best of luck and get them in your size for retail. If this was helpful in any way or taught you anything, I really appreciate if you like the video. And if you're interested in more reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon where the subscribe button was and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified, you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.